Asad ad-Din Shirkuh bin Shādhī, also known as Shirkuh, Shêrko, or Shêrko, was a Kurdish military commander and uncle of Saladin. His military and diplomatic efforts in Egypt were a key factor in establishing the Ayyubid family in that country. He was originally from a Kurdish village in Armenia near the town of Dvin.He. He was the son of Shadhi ibn Marwan, a Kurdish ruler, and was the brother of then Najm ad-Dīn Ayyub, the ancestor of the Ayyubid dynasty. The family was closely connected to the Shadhi dynasty, and when the last Shadhi was deposed in Dvin in 1130, Shādhī moved the family first to Baghdad and then to Tikrit, where he was appointed governor by the regional administrator Bayruz. Ayyub succeeded his father as governor of Tikrit when Shādhī died soon after. When Shirkuh killed a Christian with whom he was quarreling in Tikrit in 1138, the brothers were exiled. They joined Anwar ad-Din Zengi's army, and Shirkuh served under Anwar ad-Din Zengi, who succeeded Zengi in Mosul. Shirkuh was later given Homs, Araba and other appendages by Anwar ad-Din Zengi as his vassal. Ayyub served as governor of Baalbek and later Damascus, and the two brothers negotiated the surrender of Damascus to Anwar ad-Din in 1154. In 1163, Anwar ad-Din was asked by Shah to intervene in Egypt in a dispute between him and Dergham over the Fatimid Vizierate. Anwar ad-Din sent Shirkuh, and this was to be the first of three ventures Shirkuh made into Egypt, nominally on Anwar ad-Din's behalf. On this first occasion, his nephew Saladin accompanied him as an advisor. Shah was restored and Dergham was killed, but after quarreling with Shirkuh, Shah allied with the Malrik I of Jerusalem, who marched into Egypt in 1164 and besieged Shirkuh at Bilbais. In response, Anwar ad-Din attacked the Crusader states and almost captured the Principality of Antioch. Shirkuh was invited back into Egypt by the Fatimid Caliph al-Adid in 1167 to help defeat the Crusaders who were attacking Cairo. Shah once again allied with the Malrik, who besieged Shirkuh in Alexandria until he agreed to leave. However, a Crusader garrison remained in Egypt and a Malrik allied with the Byzantine Empire, planning to conquer it entirely. To destroy the garrison, Shah switched alliances from the Malrik to Shirkuh. The Muslims fought a pitched battle with the Crusaders, who did not have the resources to conquer Egypt and were forced to retreat. Shirkuh and his associates enjoyed widespread support among the civil elite in Egypt for religious reasons. Although the Fatimid rulers were Shiite, the majority of people remained Sunni Muslims. In January 1169, Shirkuh entered Cairo and had the untrustworthy Shah executed. When he reached Cairo with his armies, he was welcomed by the Fatimid Caliph al-Adid and treated with great honor. He accepted the office of vizier, but died 2 months later on March 22, as Baha ad-Din ibn Shādhī describes. It was the case that Asad ad-Din was a great eater, excessively given to partaking of rich meats. He suffered many bouts of indigestion and from quinsy, from which he would recover after parting up with great discomfort. He was taken severely ill, afflicted with a serious quinsy, which killed him on 22 Jumada 564. He was succeeded as vizier by his nephew Saladin, who had served with him on his campaigns in Egypt. Saladin eventually succeeded Anwar ad-Din as well, uniting Egypt and Syria, which enabled him to almost completely drive out the Crusaders from Syria and Palestine. A number of historians have offered the view that Shirkuh's death was an important factor in allowing Saladin to consolidate his position as Sultan, and as undisputed head of the Ayyubid family. Shirkuh is a Kurdish Persian name which literally means the Lion Mountain. His Arabic honorific Asad ad-Dīn similarly means the Lion of Faith. In Latin, his name was rendered as Tsariconus, William of Tyre, referring to the expedition of 1163, describes him as an able and energetic warrior, eager for glory and of wide experience in military affairs. Generous far beyond the resources of his patrimony, Shirkuh was beloved by his followers because of this munificence. He was small of stature, very stout and fat, and already advanced in years. Though of lowly origin, he had become rich and risen by merit from his humble estate to the rank of prince. He was afflicted with cataract in one eye. He was a man of great endurance under hardships, one who bore hunger and thirst with an equanimity quite unusual for the time of life. Although Nur ad-Din Zengi took back the domain of Homs on Shirkuh's death, in 1193 Saladin gave Homs to Shirkuh's son Muhammad ibn Shirkuh, and his descendants continued to rule in Homs thereafter until the death in 1263 of his last descendant, the Emir al-Ashraf Musa, Emir of Homs. After this, Homs was ruled directly as part of the Mamluk Empire.